love being on the ice. It makes me feel good. Take some time to myself and, trying to clear my head and just focus on one thing. Yeah, I feel free on the ice. I just find I was born to play it. Probably a lot of kids may say that, but I think for me, I think it's true.
Are you going to text him to see if he needs you? Then again, he probably does, but I don't think it would hurt to play 1 or 2 playoff games with the Max.
No, I want to.
I think we should. I was 4 years old. We were in the backyard. He had a little hockey stick I bought for him. He says, "Daddy, I want to play hockey." Sure enough, we put him on the ice. Down he went, bang. It took him probably about 25 minutes to get across the ice. They were calling him Bambi because his legs were all over the place. We took him down the next day, got him on the ice, and he's pushed these little things for beginners for about maybe 5 minutes. The next thing I know, he was skating around the rink. He was actually skating around the rink.
I'm literally the only person I know that plays hockey that's an African Canadian, so it feels kind of good, but also kind of lonely as well that I wish there was more African Canadians playing hockey. It also feels good at the same time that I'm an elite black hockey player and I can play at high levels.
This year, it's fantastic. Totally different environment in the league he's at right now. Made him captain, realized his potential as a leader, and it's been great.
O-zone, 5-man unit. Okay, not 3 forwards and 2D, it's a 5-man unit. Let's climb the wall. After he goes low, get them outside the shot lanes. Let's get pucks to the net.
What made me fall in love was actually seeing a hockey game at Coarbor Place one day, and my dad took me out and fell in love with it right away. Really, it was just like a magnet, just like that.
One day we were in Halifax for a game, and both teams showed up with white jerseys, and one of our coaches blurts out, "Oh, let's keep it all white." And Josh heard that, and he says, "Daddy, what did he mean by that?" And the head coach just walked by and smirked. And we almost took him out of hockey a few times. The feeling of knowing that your kid is being set back, it hurt quite a bit, actually. I just thought, Josh, don't worry about them. Just go out there and skate better than him. And sure enough, he did.
I was chosen to move up the league to major AAA. That's the highest level for my age group.
But the competition this year was a lot harder than last year.
Next 2 is coming behind. This guy's going to give the puck next 2.
My name is Lee Francis. I've been involved in hockey for well over 50 years, if you can believe that or not, through playing and coaching and mentoring, so it's been a while. I'm interested in meeting Josh because he is somewhat of a success, and maybe even to mention, both a little bit about the history of the game, and maybe why he's where he is today. He just didn't start there. There had to be history to get him to where he is today, so he is something to give back to the community down the road.
Hey, Josh, this is Lee.
Josh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here. We have a game every year celebrating the Maritime Colored Hockey League, right? And what we do, we normally pick 2 teams that played back in that era. A few fans come out and spread the word of what that league was all about, right? Because people all over the province, both black and white, that never heard of it. So when people say you never played the game, yes, we did. Yeah, 1895 to 1930. That's my biggest thing, is that wherever you end up playing hockey, don't forget where you came from. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing you.
Saturday.
Okay?
Yeah,
Me and you, right?
Oh, yeah.
You set the old guy up?
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, same
Pleasure
here.
meeting you. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Sure,
Nice to meet you. We'll see you over.
I never knew there was a colored hockey league, to be honest with you, until like I've heard it over social media and stuff like that, but I don't know too much about it.
The Colored Hockey League of the Maritime was really formed by the churches in order for the churches to communicate. It was like an outing to draw the churches and members together. From that, the league was formed. There was 12 to 14 teams that played. They toured around the Maritimes to packed arenas. They were doing things in the Colored Hockey League that the white leagues didn't do. Goaltenders, they were allowed to go down and make saves. The slap shot was never invented in the National Hockey League. The slap shot was invented in the Colored Hockey League and eventually made its way up to the NHL. So the league was at a high level. It wasn't just, let's go and have some fun, have a picnic. They took the game very serious. Got to the point where the white teams didn't want to play them. So what does that tell you?
I grew up with 11 kids in my family, so we all played hockey. Like my grandfather, he had a farm and he had 3 ponds we had a choice to play hockey on. When we had no school, we would go up and play hockey. It was a big part of our family.
Somehow we got involved in minor hockey. And when we got involved into the game, we were all pretty good at it. We all made rep teams. Playing hockey and being called names by parents, not the kids on the ice. Having the tires on your school bus slashed so you can't get out of town or can't leave the parking lot. Oh yeah, we've seen a lot of that, a lot of that, right? My young fellow started playing hockey. I got him involved in hockey when he was around 3, 4, and he was an exceptional player. He was on a road trip up in New Brunswick. I was coaching a Bantam team. He was playing Pee Wee, and he went through some difficulty, and he quit playing. I couldn't talk him to go back. Yeah, they call him the N-word. That's the way it was back then. Sucking up, it's only a name. When they tried to physically injure him on the ice, because he was a smaller kid playing, kids that are 2 years older than him. And I never got over how the coaches treated him, not protecting him. A little 12-year-old kid. And that was probably my most hurtful moment in hockey ever.
Check out the old baseball glove, huh?
Track space.
Oh, jeez. Look at that. So there's nothing here but the color league at all? That's pretty astonishing. That's kind of ridiculous, actually.
These old teams.
What?
These must be old teams.
Yeah. There's a lot more old teams, too. That they didn't put in here. Anyway. Well, that's a slap in the face. Nova Scotia Sports Hall of Fame, and not one black hockey player in there. That's pretty disturbing, if you ask me. It is. It is. After what I know now, and know about the league and stuff like that, that's a disgrace. No, it's pretty obvious. I was wrong. There was one picture, but no wonder we missed it. Half it's cut off. Wow, that's fucking a joke, man. Okay, I'm done here. I'm done here.
I found out that I had a great uncle who played in the original Colored Hockey League, and apparently he was an all-star, not just on the rink, but, around the community as well.
Okay, Guys! Want to get a jersey now, so he can put it on the game sheet, so you know. Okay, we started the annual Black Ice Society commemorative game about 10 years ago, I guess. It was basically started as an educational tool to spread the history of the league. Players come from all over. You know, we had a couple guys came all the way down from Ontario. You know, they come over from New Brunswick, or they come up from Digby or the Valley, or or PEI to play in the game, just to be part of it. What's going on there, Lukey? What's going on there, brother? How you doing?
Okay, boys, here we go. Have fun.
The veteran and the rookie. Come on, Dale, you're not up there by yourself. It's an important part of our history. You know, it doesn't matter who you are in terms of race. It's history. I mean, it opened my eyes up when I started looking back, and I said, that's why my grandparents were so interested in hockey. Not just the player that you're dealing with, you're also dealing with the parent. So if you can mentor a young player, that takes a little bit of the pressure off the parent.
All the time I thought that the white man was the one that started hockey, but that's not true. It's not true. And that made me feel really happy.
Winning the provincial championships for our league was nothing but adrenaline and excitement. Playing in the commemorative game was just as awesome too, being connected to all those black hockey players that I didn't know. And that's the feeling that I'll never forget.
So guys, this is Josh, right? And it's not too long ago he was playing at a program like this. So I just want to say hi to him.
How are you guys doing? Oh, you all right, buddy? Yeah, there you go. Oh, I gave it to the wrong team. I saved, buddy. I don't know what.
Knowing that I'm part of that legacy in hockey and knowing where I came from is something that I think is going to go a long way in my life.